And finally, welcome to another Space Flight Simulator video, but this one's different. A couple of my friends at my school, they're asking me to make a tutorial on how to get to orbit and to the moon. So I'll be doing that. But first, you want to build your rocket, obviously. So the first thing you put down is your capsule. It's located here, and you put it in. So basically, if you want to do it easily, you could just put it in order of how they put it in the game. And then you're done. So just do parachute, capsule, heat shield, and then docking port. And not docking port, decoupler. That's the separator. And after that, I'd recommend putting this fuel tank on it, and then this engine on it. But also, this is just if you want easier turning, you could turn on symmetry, but you see this 1 and 2, just underneath that, you find this, 2 squares, just press that, and then it will let you place 2 things on both sides. That equals easier turning, it uses this, and I'd recommend putting that on full fuel. And then after this, you put a decoupler, again, on that. Then after, you put 2 big fuel tanks. It's already taken up all my space. Then put 1 engine. Alright, I'm gonna let you look at that for a couple of seconds. Actually, yeah, I recommend taking away a fuel tank. And after that, you would start spamming fuel tanks like you can't no more. I just recommend putting 3. And you put the biggest engine, the Hawk engine, and they're called the Valiant and Colbury engine. I'd use this for landing on the moon, but this is just getting to orbit. And then next to this, you could put 2 fuel tanks. 2 fuel tanks. With the same Hawk engine. Then you use aerodynamics, baby! Aerodynamics for the win. Aerodynamics. We love aerodynamics. And I wouldn't recommend doing this. It just adds weight, but aerodynamics. Aerodynamics. That's our new motto. I'm going to make that our motto. Aerodynamics. Then you tap the engines to turn them on. Put your throttle to 100 by dragging this. And then you just press. And your rocket should look just like this, but without the wings. And it should be going 100 miles per hour. Yeah, your rocket should look just like this. I would recommend opening your map, and you see a grey line with a dot on top. Once that goes over the command line, or this line, I think I need to clear my debris and stuff. Yeah, I did. My little trumpets are gone, sadly, and very loud. So now we are going to exit the atmosphere. So once this line goes into here, boop, and then you start turning. It's very hard to turn without RCS, that's why I told you to put RCS on it. As you can see, it's actually dropping. That's why I wanted to put up just a tiny little bit. And this is for all the new players. There aren't many new players to SFS, so most people won't watch this. Unless trying to get into orbit. I'll do 2 separate videos. One to getting to the moon, and one getting to orbit. Okay, so once this is done, you just decouple all of it, and then you go again. So you can see the stage is now a lot slower. Usually this probably wouldn't lift. These 3 fuel tanks have about 20% fuel. You just tap the fuel tank. You just tap it and it says how much fuel you have left. And as soon as you see, so you see how it says 37 kilometers here? As soon as you see another one and it goes past 30 kilometers, you're in orbit. then this engine is the most efficient engine in the game, as far as I know. Unless, of course, you're playing with DLCs. I might do a next episode about doing a space station. Like, doing the solar arrays on my space station. Because I built the rocket for it. And that's why I've been gone for so long. Because I've been figuring out how to build those solar arrays. And 32. There you go. Reached low Earth orbit. As soon as it says that, you're in orbit. Now, you're in orbit, so I just don't know what to do. You're in orbit now. Congratulations. So now I'd recommend, if you don't want space junk, turn around. Put yourself out of... Put yourself out of orbit. Detach. Flip yourself back round. Not crash into this. And I figured out why all my stuff is exploding. So you see how these engines, I usually clip them each side of each other to make more thrust. When I turn, those would burn each other. And it would make me explode. This video is a bit short. It's actually only been 6 minutes. So I'm going to go show you how to get to the moon as well. This is just how you get in orbit. So now let's come back to Earth. Alright? I'm just going to be shaving the atmosphere. There you go. I would recommend shave the atmosphere. Literally shave it. Not shave as in shave. But touch. Think about that deep into the atmosphere. The boom. So now you're no longer in orbit. So then you time warp, which is little arrows. And this is where the heat shield becomes useful. You see a little temperature bar down there, that's getting quite hot. And there's little red lines. And because we're just barely skidding the atmosphere, this is getting lower. So technically I'm still in orbit, but I'm just orbiting in the atmosphere. So 26.9. We are getting hot. Very fast. This video's been 7 minutes long. 7 minutes and 50. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, look, we're no longer in orbit because we're not orbiting 8,000 meters above the surface. So this faint grey is the atmosphere, basically. And it ends at like 30 kilometers. If you're playing on PC, if you play realistic mode, it ends at 100 kilometers, which is actually very good. Good spaceflight simulator. And we are traveling at orbital velocity. This is why we are getting so hot. In fact, 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, Celsius. That's not Fahrenheit, that's Celsius. If you zoom out, you can see the planet's just green. We are now no longer in orbital velocity, obviously. And we are travelling up the Earth at the speed of light. Once it's entered Earth's lower atmosphere, as soon as you see that red outline go, just detach that. Basically, you have to just press the heat shield and it just decouples itself. I think I know what that is. Let me just switch to it real quick. That's my... Let's switch back. Parachute! Ah! You don't want to do what I just did there. This is why I don't recommend switching to things randomly. That is definitely why I do not recommend switching to things randomly. Otherwise that will happen and you'll die. That that you can see. It tells you the direction you're going. And in this video, yeah. Oh. Come on. Got it wrong again. Yay. Can't believe it. Basically, you want to go 1 times time warp and not 3 times. I'm just doing this so I could get this finished. Very impatient. As soon as it says 3, I usually do it at 2 because I'm dangerous for some reason. I don't know why. Yep, 200. Parachute half deployed. Parachute fully deployed. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And you press recover and see that you've reached orbit. Congratulations, you've built your orbital rocket. Next video will be much different. It will be so different, in fact, that I'm launching the Redstone rocket. And in fact, I'm gonna die. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Oh, that ended well. Goodbye! Aerodynamics is the best.